How do you help people picture a fort that no longer exists? Here at Clemson University, at the site of Fort Rutledge, historians, archaeologists, and forestry professionals are doing just that. Currently in the process of rebuilding a portion of the historic wall, using historic methods from the 1700s. During the American Revolution, the South Carolina militia fought a battle here at Clemson, the Battle of Esseneca, on August 1st, 1776. Following that engagement, they returned to construct what is perhaps the more significant part of the story, Fort Rutledge. Fort Rutledge would remain in Patriot hands until 1780 when British forces destroyed the fort. This fort is significant today because it helped shape modern society. This fort helped pave the way for what became the plantation economy in the upstate. It is also significant because it shows historically how our history is complex. What was a fight for freedom and liberty for one group came at the expense of another, the Cherokee. The first step in the process was sourcing lumber. We sourced lumber from the Clemson University Forest, where these logs were loaded onto trailers and then brought to the site of Fort Rutledge for preparation. Once the logs arrived, the preparation began. The tops were cut into points, similar to a pencil, matching the style of defensive posts that would have been used in a fortification wall. This deterred attackers from scaling fortified walls. At the bottom, the bark is stripped back so the posts can be prepared for the ground. Then the ends are burned, a traditional method used to help protect the wood from rot and insects once the logs are set in place. Before installing the posts into the ground, a trench needs to be excavated. An archaeologist will sift the dirt to collect any artifacts. Once the posts are up, they will be reinforced on the back of the wall with long boards. This technique prevents the walls from warping, making sure they're straight and secure. When complete, these two roughly 10-foot wide wall sections will give visitors a clear sense of the kind of structure that once stood here. Clemson is also installing new interpretive signage, including a routed Fort Rutledge sign and historical panels, just in students over the past 5 years. From the beginning to the end, they finally made it happen. As the 250th anniversary of the Battle of Esseneca approaches, we are bringing Fort Rutledge back into view, and we're inviting visitors like you to come to Clemson and learn about Fort Rutledge and the American Revolution.